Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Debbie Danford from craftiercreations.blogspot.com. And today I'm coming to you with 5 quick and simple cards. We're going to see if I can stamp and make these cards in around 30 minutes, all 5 of them, but they're all going to be the same. So if you saw yesterday, Stampin' Up! Started a sale. All the 2025 to 2027 in color products are, most of them, I should say, not all, most of the 2025 to 2027 in color products are on sale at 15% off. So what I decided to do is pull in the designer series paper that we have, and I made 5 simple, easy cards that you could easily put together. Now I used the Layered Thought stamp set, which this one's great because it's got happy birthday, it's got thank you that you can say, thinking of you, love you too, happy birthday to you. I mean, there's lots of combinations you could do there. I kept it strictly to happy birthday and thank you. And I'll show you what I did. So here's the strawberry slush, darling duckling, timid tiger, cloud cover, and Secret Sea. Now Secret Sea, you only see one little bling here because I only have one more left in my package and I need to order more. So clearly I need to order more of the bling this time. So this is a great time to stock up like on your cardstock, or if you don't have the in-color ink pads or refills, a great time to get those because you'll get 15% off plus you're earning your 10% Stampin' Rewards. Now in the designer series paper pack, it's a pack of 40 and there's 5 in colors and there's 2 patterns of each color. So I'm going to show you here what we have. And as you can see, this one I had already cut into because I'm going to show you how to use some of your scrap paper, like after you've maybe die cut something out of it or used it for something else, what you can do with that. That's what we did here. So there's that side. And then here's this side here. I love this side. This side is great for stamping on, embossing on, and I think this paper here would work really good with the sunflower embossing folder. Emboss this and then drag a color over the top of it, and I think that might be one of my next videos. You never know. And then here's the other pattern. It's leaves, and that's the one we're going to put together today. And then the back side is stripes, which either one of these would work. So maybe we might do a combination of both. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, I have already pre-cut my pieces here, but just a quick note. If your pattern is directional, like this leaf pattern is definitely directional, you want to pay attention to how you're cutting. When it's 6 by 6, if I know I'm going to be cutting, let's say a standard card front is 4 by 5 1/4, I would turn this, cut the 5 1/4 off. That's this little strip here that I have, and then turn it back and cut your 4 inches or 2 inches or 3 inches or whatever it is that you're doing. Now, if you're doing something else where you're cutting maybe 3 by 3 and you've got 4 squares that you're doing something with, totally different way to look at it. But if you know you're cutting a piece that's going to be 2 by 5 1/4 or 3 by 5 1/4 or 4 by 5 1/4 or something like that, turn it and cut that 1/4 inch off first. Otherwise you end up with these tiny little chunks, actually it's not even this big, off of each piece. If you were to keep this at the 6 inches and cut your 2 inches that you might need, then you just get this tiny little piece left over. And that's not a good use of the paper when you can cut that strip off and put that on the inside of your card. Okay, hopefully that helps. Now, let's go ahead and get started and we'll see how long it takes me to make these. Now, what I do, so we're going to start with Darling Duckling, and we're going to do this one as a thank you. So I lay this out. I do not attach it yet, although when I made the first one, I did attach it, and then I thought, I better not mess this up stamping because I've already put everything together. I don't know why I did it like that, but I did. I was trying to make one. I was going to cut everything, and then I thought, well, I should make one because I had my idea in my head. Okay, I'm going to slide this down just a little bit. Hopefully you don't see the top of my head here, and I apologize if you do. Ignore all the gray hair. Okay, so there's thank. You don't want it to just say thank. And I don't remember if I cleaned this or not. So let's clean the U. And since I have it out, let's just go ahead and clean that so that it's already... I'm going to make mostly thank you cards because these will be the thank you cards I will use this month for all orders that are placed. I will be sending out thank you cards. And I have an ordering special going on right now too because August is my birthday month. So if you place an order over $50 or more before shipping and tax, I will send you $10 in Stampin' Rewards, which is technically double your rewards. Plus you would still earn your own reward. So anyway, that's my thank you for my birthday month. My birthday's at the end of the month this month, and it's a big one. I turned the big 65. I got to figure out all that Medicare stuff. Anyway, okay, so I think that's it on like news of stuff that's going on. Last chance items. I lied. There's more news. Oh, Debbie. So this is directional, and this one is going to go the wrong way because Debbie wasn't paying attention. We're just going to go with it. Because I was thinking my card was going to go this way. So we're going to figure it out. We're going to make that one, but I think I might recut just to make it easier. So now we probably won't get them done in 30 minutes. We'll see. Oh, last chance list has been updated too. So there's lots of good bargains out there. So it's a good time to catch up or to go look at the last chance list and see if there's anything you want from out there. Sorry, I was getting distracted now because I'm thinking about how I cut the paper wrong for the way I'm putting the card together. Now, if I was using a different stamp set, we could put this paper the other way. And if I had caught it before I put the glue down, I would have just flipped it and used the other side. Somehow I got a piece of tape on the front. These little awesome magic erasers are great for that. Okay. Oh. You know, Debbie. Forgot to put the ribbon down. Boy, I'm just messing up all over the place on this one. So if you put something down, you can either get out your heat gun and heat it up, or you're just do the huffing technique where you just kind of blow on it and it releases the sticky tape. Now, if it was glue, it doesn't always work and you have to catch it very quickly. Now, I had actually thought about, I don't have enough tape right there, stamping my layers in black. But I decided not to do that. I decided to keep it all tone on tone here with all the same color. And I actually like how it turned out. Like I said, quick and easy cards. If you saw my video, I want to say it was from last week, where we did, oh, actually, maybe it was, yeah, it was last week. I did a gift card, a note card holder with the Painterly Pears, I think is what it's called. Perfectly Pears, sorry. The Perfectly Pears bundle and the Designer Series paper from that. This, you could easily do something like that with this, where you couldn't do that same note card holder, but you could do something similar where you could make a little holder to put these in. Or you could just wrap some ribbon around them and hand them out as a gift. There's so many options there. Let's see here, and I'm going to put this going this way. Normally I don't go quite as wide here, but I'm going to keep it that wide. What the heck? Okay. And then Debbie's got to fix her cuts. Well, I'll probably just cut a different a new one for the other colors, and I'm going to show you. So you still end up with a little scrap piece here, but I don't keep it. Some people might. I do not keep that. Okay, so then there's our first card. Okay, and we'll go and add all our bling at the end. Now, let me grab another card front here. Now, if I was using a different set of words, I could make these work and do it as a vertical card versus horizontal. But since my idea is going the other direction, what we're going to do is we're going to cut, not that color, we already did that color. We're going to cut all 4 of these so that they're going to go in the right direction. So what I'm going to do is bring this in because we want it to go this way. So we want 2 inches here. So what I'm going to do is cut the 5 1/4 going this way. It's basically the opposite of what I had just said earlier because we're going the other direction. And then we want 2 inches here. Now, this is really all about using scrap pieces you might have left over too, but in this case, I messed up my cuts. So we have to go with it. Okay, 2, what did I just do? 5 1/4, right? No, 5 1/4 here. Gosh, now I got myself all mixed up. Yes, 5 1/4 this way. Hopefully you can see all of that. Slide that ink pad out of the way. And then the 2 inches. Yes. Getting it. Now I've got it going on. 5 1/4. So turn it. We want it like this. So we want 5 1/4 here. I don't know why I'm getting so confused with my cutting all of a sudden. 5 1/4. And then 2 inches. And then 1 more, and we're going to go 5 1/4 and 2 inches. See, I make mistakes just like everybody else does, and I don't edit them out of my videos. I just let it roll. It is what it is. All right, now let's continue along here. We had a little delay there. And let's lay this out here. And let's see, we're done with Darling Duckling, so we can close that one up. And I think I cleaned everything, but we'll do the Happy Birthday because I know that one's clean. So we're going to do Timid Tiger. So the reason I had mentioned that, I apologize again if you see the top of my head. Now, Happy Birthday is a little bit wider than the thank you, so I'm going a little bit closer to the top there because I want to be able to add my ribbon too. The reason I was kind of jokingly saying, 30 minutes, let's see if we can get these 5 cards done in 30 minutes, which probably won't now because I had to recut, but we were talking about that today at my team meeting. One of my teammates, Hillary, had mentioned that when she does classes with one of her sidelines, they base their card picks on 30 minutes per card is what they like to keep it at. Now, we all know most cards probably don't take 30 minutes, depending on what you're making. But then there's always those fun folds, and those kind of things that sometimes take, I don't know, like an hour, which I don't like to do cards like that personally. Now, if you're making a gift card holder and 4 cards or something like that, that's a little different. But if 1 card takes you an hour to make, that's a lot and probably very detailed, and it's probably not one you're going to make a whole bunch of. Okay. Timid Tiger goes right here. And then our white piece for the inside. And let's see. Yes, we're going to go this way. We could go this way with it too, because I think I have a piece over here that would go. Oh no, that one's that way too. Okay. I don't think it matters on this little strip, but we're just going to go this way with it. Now, when I was looking at the back side of this one, as I was flipping them over, I was thinking, you could take 2 pieces of the designer series paper, one of the patterns, and then one of these back sides, put the back side up here, your ribbon in the middle, and stamp on this side. Now, in that case, I would probably stamp in black or the Secret C. If you get tired of stamping, like in Memento or not Versamark, Artezan black, Secret C is a good alternative. It is very dark. It's not completely black because it does have a blue undertone to it, but it is definitely very dark, and I think is a good alternative sometimes for stamping in that black. Okay. I think I cut that crooked, but there's that. And tie our little half knot here. Now, if you wanted to, if you had dies, or if you have the bow punch, which is on the last chance list, you could die cut some leaves out of white or any color that you know, the color we're using here, like this one's Timid Tiger, and do a little bit more decorating if you wanted to. I'm not going to. I feel like my goal for these is to be simple, easy cards. And I think that's what we got going on here. Okay, Timid Tiger can be put away. Now let's go to Strawberry Slush. And I want to make sure I think I cleaned this, but better to be safe than sorry. As I have found out before, yes, I have forgot to clean something and stamped it in, and it's always a dark color that's on there, and then you stamp it. It's never a light color. And I'm using my glass mat down here, which I love, 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 love. If you don't have a glass mat, I highly recommend you getting a glass mat. Okay, so there's our thank you. And now let's attach this. Okay, and then this will go on here. Just like that. And then we'll attach this to the card. Or first we'll attach our ribbon, let's not forget that, and then attach it to our card base. See, the thank you isn't quite as wide, so you end up with a little bit more room. Now, if you were stamping with something that's a little bit wider even, you could, the designer series paper could be a little bit smaller. Also, if you wanted to step it up a little, you could stamp your phrase and then go emboss it with, oh, there's so many different embossing folders you could emboss it with, and step it up that way too. There are ways to step this up if you're looking for a little bit more, you know, with it. But I kind of like just the simplicity of this. Okay, and then we'll do our inside piece. And I use, as you see, I flip-flop back and forth between glue and Stampin' Seal Plus. Those are my go-tos. Okay. And then this is going to go on the inside. just like this. 2 more to go. We might do okay here. It's hard to read the time on the video, but I think it said 20 some minutes, but I could be wrong. I have to get on my tippy toes to see it, so. Okay, so now let's do cloud cover. Let's close this up, and I think we'll do a thank you again in the cloud cover. Okay, I think I got it cleaned pretty good there. And now cloud cover is the one that it's actually on the last chance list, and now it's been discounted in price too. Cloud cover is the one that there's no returns on it because they had issues with the color not being exactly like they wanted, and it had something to do with, I think, the pigments and the chemical reaction with the pad. So they pulled it, but you can get it out there. Now, I don't know if this is the color it's supposed to stamp. I mean, I can tell it stamps a little different. See, that's not quite as solid as this. Actually, this one turned out much better than that one did. So there's a difference. Actually, I think I'm going to turn it over and try it again. That's why you don't want to put the designer series paper down first. Now, you can buy the refill and you could just do the little Stampin' Spots and get one of those. And I know some people have bought the refill and then bought our white craft ink pad and done it that way. Hardly looks like there's any ink on there. Okay, we're going to try it again. It's going to go here. And I might need to re-ink this one. Yeah, I'm not happy with what that's doing, and I think it has to do with I might need to re-ink it. So I'm actually not going to do this color right this second. We're going to move on to, let's go ahead and do this one, because I know it's stamped really good here. And I know it's not the stamp because I've used it several times. It is this color. And I might still end up just using it, but for the sake of today's video, I'll re-ink it here in a minute, but let's go on and do the last one, the Secret C, and I can actually just stamp right on here because cloud cover is so light that's not going to matter. And let's do the thing. See, we know it's not the stamp. Anyway, so if you do buy one of these, there are no returns and you're not guaranteed you get a good one or a bad one. I bought a few to have on hand if I had any teammates or customers that didn't get any. And like I said, I opened up one and, you know, I don't know if it's a good one, bad one, or anything in between. And I've kind of just been using it. Now, I have used it to do a lot of blending and stuff, so it could just need re-inking, to be quite honest. There's always that. So we're going to re-ink it back up here. And try it again. Now, I know one thing I am going to stock up on is the ribbon. I've already used almost a roll of Secret C and almost a roll of Darling Duckling already. So I know I'm definitely going to be stocking up on the ribbon. Okay, there's that. Let's close this up. And let's add our inside piece here. If my little strip for the inside is longer, I just hold it down and kind of mark where I want the glue. That way you don't get glue everywhere on the whole thing. And that kind of works for me, but I mean, and sometimes my strips are already cut in the right length and that kind of thing, but if they're not, it's easy enough to trim them off. Okay, and then that moved on me. It moved when I flipped it, but I caught it soon enough that I could pull it back up. Can't always pull it back up when it's glue. That's the difference with using glue versus the tape. Okay, there's that one. And then let's add our piece of ribbon here. Now, I'm pretty much a hybrid. I do in-person classes and virtual classes. I have a monthly club that goes out every month. It gets mailed out on or around the 25th. There'll be a link below that you can click on to get all the info on that. I also do virtual classes with my friend Tracy Evans Langley. She lives in North Carolina. We call it East Meets West Creativity Kit. We do that once a quarter. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try re-inking it. I mean, we're going to try it. I mean, I can tell, as you can see, I don't know, there's just a different reaction there to the ink on the pad versus what you see on other ones. And then I just have this plastic spoon that we're going to use as our little mixer. And we'll see. It may not, this one may not work this time. Or I may have to bite the bullet and get a different pad. We'll see. All right, let's try it one more time. Let's see. So I can flip my paper down to here and probably still use this one. All right, let's do Happy Birthday because that one's clean. And let's try it. And we'll see. Whew, that is not good. I almost like that one better. Yeah, that definitely changed the color there. I'm going to go with that one. As it's dried, I can see it kind of has changed, and now it's very similar to this one. Not quite as filled in like this one was, but I'm going to just go with it because I think that will work. Now, what I didn't put was the U underneath it, and now I'm not sure I can get that same color because now I have... Boy, it is really changing now. Well, that's a bummer. I think it's just going to look totally different, but let me try it. Yeah, that's pretty close. We're going to go with that one. Actually, that one turned out pretty close. I will probably try re-inking this pad again, but you guys don't have to watch me do that to get it like we want it. Because I love the color. I love the cloud cover. I think it's really pretty. The paper's pretty. Let's not put our leaves upside down. Okay. There's that. And I mean, the cloud cover has a bit of a smoky slate tint to it, I think, anyway, so I feel like it's just a really pretty color. It's always a bummer when there's like some kind of chemical reaction to something and how that works. Okay, so let's put this on here. And let's put a piece here. And then we'll do our inside really quick. And then we're going to add some bling to all of them. because I didn't put any bling on any of them yet. Almost cut the wrong part of the ribbon. Have you ever done that? Went to cut your ends and you end up cutting what you have here? I have done that. What's the old saying? Ask me how I know that. Because I have done it. Okay, one more inside piece here. And I think we're going to be doing okay. It might be a little over 30 minutes for 5 cards, but considering I had to recut the paper and then had an issue with the ink pad, I think I'm doing okay. And it didn't have to be 30 minutes or less. I was just trying to see if I could do it. But I had everything prepped, so that does make a difference. Because we all know cutting and prepping takes lots of time. All right, look at that. Here, let's close this up so we don't drop a card in that after all that. And let's bring in our bling. So here's our in-color bling, which, as you see, I'm going to be done with the Secret C. So I'm definitely going to have to get more of these. And of course you can put as many as you want on here, and you can put them wherever you want. So this one only has one left, so let's just put it right here. There's that one. And strawberry slush. And I'm just using the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool. Now, some of our bling, I call everything bling, honestly. I'll tell you. Let's see, what are these actually called? 2025 to 2027 in color flat pearls. I just refer to them all as bling. But I like to use the Take Your Pick tool and the putty end. Now, when you need more, and I just use my fingers, put it in a little ball and use it that way. If you get where you need to get rid of this piece and pull more out, you just turn it and it'll start to come out, and then turn it back a little half a crank and then it'll stop. Otherwise, if you leave it right there, it'll keep flowing this little ticky-tacky stuff. It reminds me of I don't know, when my kids were little, they used to use that ticky bluish, same color as this, like ticky-tack stuff to hang crap all over their walls. My oldest son had that stuff everywhere, I think. Okay. Woohoo! I did it. So let's see here. So Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush, Secret C, Cloud Cover. And then here's the other design. Secret C, Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush. I can't say that I like one design over the other. I think they're all great. You know, this is the one that it's going the wrong way, but you know what? Somebody that doesn't know that isn't even going to notice it. I thought this was sticking. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Look at that. 5 cards in, I think it says 33 minutes and some seconds up there. So look at that. Not bad. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. And don't forget to like, follow, share. I truly appreciate everybody that has been following me lately. It's wonderful when I see my numbers growing. I love it. And if you want to get on my email list, there'll be a link below for that too, because that is the best place to keep up on my promotions, my sales, or Stampin' Up sales, or class information. It's all out there. And I also have a weekend retreat coming up the first weekend in October. So if you're interested in that, please let me know, because I would love to have you join me for that also. It's going to be here in Arlington, Washington at the Best Western. But I will try and attach all that info below too, so that you have it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back again on Thursday. Bye, guys.